Welcome everyone back to another episode of the Mates Rates podcast. Today is a very special edition of the Mates Rates podcast because I am joined here by my lovely wife Caitlin. And you might be wondering, why is she here? You know, has she just heard you talking in the room and she just wants to come and, you know, just be there as like a friend to help you out through tough times? The answer to that question is yes. But more importantly, today is our anniversary, our 5-year date anniversary.
First date
anniversary.
Yeah,
sorry.
Not to be confused with all of our other anniversaries that we've collected in the past 5 years.
I feel like we're you don't watch Marvel movies, but I feel like Thanos in Avengers collecting all the Infinity Stones. But yeah, round of applause for us making it for 5 years. Well done. Well done. and that's a wrap. All right, so, I guess I'm just doing a quick shout out to my good friend Matt Stapleton that got me this microphone in time because for some reason during lockdown, everyone was starting a podcast, including me, and microphones were sold out everywhere. So he posted this one down to me. So shout out to Matt. Anyways, jumping right into it, we're gonna take a trip down memory lane, folks. So we started dating 5 years ago. The year is 2015. We are fresh early 20s year olds. That's such a fucking weird thing to say, seeing as, you know, time.
And because we're just so old now.
We're fucking so old. Let's pack it in, seriously. Let's go to a retirement home.
Why not?
All right. So I wanted to know what our lives were like at that point because obviously things are so drastically different now. Clearly, we've had a bit of a fucking glow up, some might say. But yeah, so 5 years ago, you were working at Quick Copy.
Yes. I was a pre-press. I don't know. I can't even remember what it was. I was basically doing pre-press, a little bit of designing, but by designing, it was like coming up with like a shitty corporate logo or like changing names on a business card and then printing them and maybe doing some binding or some laminating and all that fun stuff. Everything that I studied for.
Yeah. Well, you're still kind of like doing that role now. Like you're still kind of in that role 5 years. Well, I guess that's one thing that hasn't changed over the last 5 years is our careers. Like they haven't. They haven't. They haven't.
Okay. Yes and no.
Yes and no.
I mean,
I don't want to get into specifics, but I'm
still in the same industry.
Yeah.
Maybe not even. I don't know. It's like a sub thing of design. I don't know.
I just feel like we're being really secretive right now and not telling people what we actually do for a living. We're just like, actually it has, you know what? I'm going to have to check with a few people first. I don't know if I'm breaking any
rules. I do like a background of like what I've done? Is that what you do in this podcast?
Yeah.
Because I clearly haven't watched any of it.
Clearly, I have the most supportive wife in the world. No, I kind of want to know, because Quick Copy was your first... No. It wasn't your first job in your role that you studied for.
Well, I haven't really had any official design. Kind of.
Yeah.
It's been a wild ride.
It's been a fucking wild ride, folks. Maybe that could be a different podcast episode. We can talk about our careers in depth.
True.
Because this isn't really a podcast, like a career episode.
Well, for a bit of context anyway, I studied graphic design. I have a bachelor in communication design. Have I put that to good use? Yes and no. I worked at a print shop doing not really design, more so like pre-press, like running printers, doing like finishing and stuff. And then what did I do? I did like wedding stationery. So that was design.
Yeah.
And now I'm actually a finished artist, which
Mm.
is, I guess, like a sub thing of design.
Same but different,
still
really.
in the print world, very much in the print world. Love print, love paper, love print finishes, all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
That is my career.
So when you were working at Quick Copy, that was your second job in like that, what you were doing, right? Because you were working at like some family friend's place first. And
that was more of like he let me come and help for a few days so I could say that I had experience, so then I could get a job. That was like my foot in the door.
This is how we do it, folks. We wrought the system for our own benefit.
We need experience to get jobs, but how do you get experience?
How funny is that now? It's just like getting work. I guess that was like my whole how to get a job sketch. It's just like the amount of experience you need to get a job is fucking ridiculous these days.
Yeah, but then no one will give you an opportunity to get the experience, but you need, it's,
So at this point, I guess is the start of your career, you know, you've upped it, you're out of the shitty fast food places that we've worked at in the past, which is another thing that we should definitely do another episode just about careers, because we have had an insane amount of like very similar jobs before we got into creative industries. I think that'd be a really interesting episode to do. Anyways, so yeah, that's your first job as like a proper in your career. Were you like, oh shit, I'm an adult now? Was that like the beginning of being an adult? I don't know.
Well, that was like my first like proper 9 to 5 like full-time job. Like I'd worked retail and kind of worked 9-ish to 5-ish, like a few days a week. But that was my first. Yeah, I guess like my first like legit job where like if you turned up late, like you actually got in trouble. It wasn't just, you know, no big deal. Like yeah, I don't know. It was interesting, but definitely like made me realize what I really enjoyed. Yeah, which is printing, like the print side of design.
Yeah. Which is tight. I was actually going to say, oh look, this artwork on the wall behind us is Caitlin's, but it's not.
Oh, I didn't make it.
No. She didn't make it, but she definitely.
I will not take that credit.
No, that would be fucking sick if you did, though.
I made other art, though.
Yeah, there's like art over here that I'll probably show in like another thing, but yeah, there's art around. I'm very proud of you. Yeah. It's very cool, and I guess that's kind of how we started to know each other. I guess like because I don't know. I'm going to talk about that later. But still continue on this point because I really am trying, like now that I'm a few episodes deep, I'm trying to like avoid flip-flopping between topics, you know. So that's why I've got my notes here to keep me on track. Okay. So aside from career, what else were you doing then? Like, I'd say like before we met in like, I'd say early 2015, 2014. Like, you know, were you being really social? Were you just kind of like partying heaps or
bit of both?
Bit of both, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I always like dabbled in the idea of like being an illustrator. Yeah. And I kind of, I was kind of always just like drawing or like making something, but I wasn't really too sure if that was going to be an option. Like it just seemed like such a big world and there's so many great people out there that already do it, and just that constant like self-doubt of I will never be good enough. I can never do that.
And I guess that's something that all artists kind of go through
for sure.
But yeah, like outside of work career stuff, what was your social life like?
I went out a fair bit on the weekends. Where is this going?
I just wanted to know where you were at. Like, that's what it says in my notes. Like, you know, what our lives were at. You know? Like, where were you at around then?
Oh, God, I don't know. Like, going out on the weekends. Probably partying, definitely. Yeah. I mean, I was... So, are we talking... Oh, like, first job. Okay, yeah, like...
because like your first job
20,
is like
21.
Your first job is like your proper salary, so you know you're probably, and you were living at home at that point, so you're probably just like no responsibilities.
I took that for granted.
Oh boy. Hey, honestly, like no regrets. Like I definitely reckon people should just live. Well, I don't know, I'm not here to tell people how to live their lives, I guess,
but you definitely don't know what you got until it's gone. Like I moved out of home and then had to like pay rent and bills and all that fun stuff. And I was like, fuck, I could have been saving so much money living at home.
Yeah. That extra $1,000 a month goes a fucking long way. That's for sure.
Just like I don't even know what I spent that on. Like I remember I used to get my like bank statements mailed to me. Oof. Like before it was like common to have them emailed. And I remember just opening it and it would be like, I don't know, like, like supermarket, bottle shop, KFC, Macca's, the pub,
Oh, I love
like Cotton On, just
Yeah.
like buying stupid shit. Lots of food.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's so funny that you actually brought that up because I keep forgetting that was such like a big thing is having your bank statements mailed to you. And I used to have a booklet. I don't know if I've shown it to you. I think I've
Like a bank booklet?
Yeah, it was like a bank booklet, but it was like
I think I know what you
It was
mean.
like notebook size, and like you go to the bank and they stamp it of like money going in and out and shit.
Okay. So when I first signed up to my first like proper bank account,
Yeah.
my parents were like, okay, we have accounts with NAB and ANZ. Like, what do you want to go
Yeah.
with? And my brother and I were like, we want to go with ANZ because you don't have to. I don't know. I still don't really understand what it was, but like for NAB at the time, you had to basically like write a slip or like fill something out in a
God,
book,
those slips
and then
are
you
so
had to
fucking
go up.
annoying.
You couldn't just like show your card. Whereas I was like, ooh, ANZ's so futuristic. You just go up with your card and they just like get the money out for you.
Yeah.
Like that was my.
I remember that phase was probably the worst in like high school because I had one with Bendigo Bank and the Bendigo Bank was in Milton.
You're
and
showing that you
obviously-
grew up in a country town now.
Yeah, I grew up in a country town now.
Bendigo
Fucking hell.
Bank.
Yeah. So the bank that I had was in. I don't want to look. This map behind me, Milton Ulladulla. This explains everything you need to fucking know, so I don't have to go in depth and explain. If you're listening and you're not watching, I feel sorry for you. But basically, it's just like a whole bunch of towns joined together. But growing up, I grew up in Milton. All my mates were mainly in Ulladulla. It's only like a 10-minute drive, but it would be really annoying if I was like, oh, I need to get money out, but I couldn't go to a random bank. So I'd have to drive to Milton, get the money out at the bank, and then drive back. It would be like a fucking half-hour round trip.
Getting cash out.
Just to go to the movies. Like, are you fucking serious?
That's something I remember, like going out on the weekends and we would all like pre-drink or whatever, and then we'd be like, on the way to the station, we need to stop by the ATM so we can get cash out so that like when you got there, you could like pay for things because bars wouldn't take, it was like cash only. They're like, no, we don't take card. It takes too long. Like, you have to put your PIN in. This was like before PayWave. Like,
yeah, kids don't know what they've got now. Honestly, they've got it too fucking good. Kids these days. All right, so moving along because anniversary special of the podcast. I'm just moving to my mic. Soz. Dating.
yes.
At that point was fucking exhausting. I don't know about you, but Tinder.
What, us or other people?
Yeah. Don't know how to tell you this, but I was just
dating you was exhausting.
Dating you was so fucking exhausting, and now we're married, so contractually,
When does it end?
It's like I'm strapped in now. I'm like, whatever. I'll just sign the shitty terms and conditions.
Wow.
And here we are.
Tell me how you really feel.
Welcome to the Breakup Podcast, everyone.
Rebrand.
So, dating, like obviously before we were together, dating, Tinder was becoming a big thing, and online dating was no longer like a bad thing to do. Like everyone was fucking doing it. What was dating like for you? Like I know everyone like listening to this podcast, people were going to think, do these motherfuckers just not know each other? We have definitely spoken about this before in the past. We're just packaging it all for you guys to listen and for us to remember when we're old and got fucking dementia. Or it could be for in 5 years time for me. Who knows? Yeah, dating. What was that like for you before we were together?
Exhausting.
Yeah.
I don't know how people do it now. Like I have friends at work that are like, not always swiping on Tinder, but like I'm just like doxing all my friends now. They're just always on Tinder. No, like you're like, it's weird to say now, but like drinking with friends or something.
Yeah.
Like doing like a social thing and someone whips out their phone and you're like swiping through their Tinder. Like it's great fun. But I don't miss that at all.
Yeah.
It was very stressful.
I think it like expedited a lot of things having those dating apps, because like prior to that you would hit people up on Facebook Messenger and even
Or you'd meet people in real life.
yeah, I guess so. But there was
You
like
wouldn't have that like pre-screening where you get to see like a bio that they've written about themselves and like their favorite photos.
Yeah.
Like you're seeing them in the flesh and your first impression is them, not a perfectly curated version of them.
Exactly. It's fuck it. It was funny. I was actually thinking, we should download Tinder again for this podcast, but I remember we did that. When did we do that?
We did that a few years ago
for
a joke, and it was not funny, so we're not doing it again.
Yeah, I think it was actually a joke, because you look through it and you're like, oh fuck, these conversations aren't going anywhere.
Oh, it was just sad.
Yeah. It was just like talking to a brick wall, honestly, with the different conversations that you go through. Yeah, I just remember like, Tinder was just not fun at all. It was fun when I was like overseas.
I think just the thrill of like swiping through. I guess it's that saying of like the grass is always greener. Like you want to keep going to see what else is there. Yeah. It's almost like gambling. Yeah. Like you're like just swiping through to get the best match.
Yeah, and you're just hoping that it works out.
Yeah, but like, is it ever going to be good enough?
Yeah, who knows? Oh, fuck, I just had a thought. I totally lost it. No, this is happening again. I'm spiraling. Help me.
I don't know.
Actually, no, I'm gonna throw myself under the bus for a minute here.
Instead of me for a change, me throwing you under the bus?
Yeah, I know. I was actually going to start this podcast being like, welcome to the roast of me, because my wife absolutely fucking destroyed it. Like, I try to be funny.
I thought I'd be nice today.
Yeah, I try to be funny, and then you just come in and just roast me for everything, which is great. I think that's like a perfect dynamic for a lot of couples, really. I know some people are going to listen to this now, they're like, oh my God, they're mean to each other. It's just like, well, that's just how it is in like a fun matter. Anyways, so I'm going to throw myself under the bus. And before we got together, obviously I went on Warped Tour. So it was like, I was in the States for like 2.5 months or some insane amount of time. And I had Tinder then. My whole strategy was, because I was like matching with girls on Tinder there, because I was a fuckboy and put Aussie dude in my bio.
Oh no.
Yeah, I was one of those, dude. I was that guy. I'm like one airplane emoji away from being the most basic bitch you've ever fucking met.
Wanderlust.
Wanderlust.
Go on.
Yeah.
Go on.
Wanderlust. It's great. It's
the
great.
white girl special.
It's great because like the 15 people listening to this and not watching it won't see that bit. It's fucking great.
Until they now go on and watch it so they can see.
And then go at the 17-minute mark and see me with my fucking basic bitch tattoo. Anyways, my whole steez was, I'm gonna date a girl in California. I'm gonna find an LA girl. It's cliche fucking central. I think that's like every early 20s or just anyone that's single going to America for the first time. They're just like, I'm gonna find a LA chick or dude.
I'm gonna fall in love. I'm gonna move here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was it. And that was my strategy. Didn't work out.
Look what
Obviously.
You've done.
Look what you've ruined.
I'm like the complete opposite of a California girl. Like,
yeah, so I'm here to say you've ruined my plans.
Fuck off. I never had a chance. We never even came up on each other's Tinders.
Yeah, which is what another thing that I'm going to go.
Yeah, I knew I was going to segue into this.
Yeah. Actually, let's just segue into it now because it works perfectly. So we met not through Tinder. In 2015 when Tinder was at its fucking peak, and like by the way, there's just so many fucking dating apps now, and I really feel for your mates, and I don't really have many single friends, but
okay,
no flex.
Take that, my friends.
Your friends are fucking losers. They're gonna die alone.
Wow.
You
said it.
Yeah.
Just move on.
Moving right on. Yeah. So we didn't meet through Tinder. We actually. Do you want to tell a story, or do you want me to tell a story? I've dialed down the story a bit over the years.
I mean, we didn't meet on Tinder. We met on Instagram, but we followed each other for years. I mean, one of my friends was, you were both, you had like mutual followings.
That's how I found you. Yeah.
Yeah. And, I don't know. We were always kind of like in the same place at the same time, like at the same gigs. Like we had not like close mutual friends, but we knew mutual people, but we never intercepted. Like I never saw you.
Yeah.
And like Yeah.
I saw you that one time on Chapel Street.
When there was the building fire.
No,
That
I
one?
didn't see you then. See, this is crazy. We have...
We remember like the same events.
Yeah.
Like we were.
So
yeah.
we have gone back through our like our socials and like events that we've been to, and we have like over the years we've discovered that we have been to so many fucking places, probably standing in the same room as each other, never met. Don't know how it happened, but there was this one time I think I saw you at the front of Spud Bar on Chapel.
Yeah, I remember
Because
you
I
telling
reckon-
me this
yeah.
early on. Because yeah, like Jackie and I used to go to Spud Bar all the time.
But yeah, that
R.I.P.
pour one out.
Yeah.
So, Instagram. Jackie, which is Caitlin's, like one of Caitlin's best friends. She was like one of the first people I followed on Instagram, and I don't even know how it came up. Like this is when Instagram first came out in like 2011, 2012, something like that. No,
I don't know.
2011,
No,
I think.
I
Or
feel like it was 2010.
2010? Yeah, I will
Yeah.
go with 2010. But yeah, I remember Jackie being one of the first people I followed. Then I found your account. I was like, who's this babe? And then I followed you, obviously. And then I distinctly remember I was in St Kilda on Ackland Street having dinner with a mate. And a photo of yours popped up. And I was just like, this chick's a babe. And I showed my mate. And she was like, she's a babe. And...
Who?
You wouldn't have known.
Someone I wouldn't know. Okay.
Yeah.
It's like, who is it?
Yeah. We were friends for a little bit, and then because we were neighbors, and then she moved away,
okay.
and then we never really hung out after that.
That's fine. You don't have to explain every woman in your life to me.
Yeah.
Who is she?
Yeah, because we'll be here for a while. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, wow. Okay, moving on. That's weird. And
like over the years, it was a thing where like, because when I first moved to Melbourne, I was in a relationship, and then when we broke up, you were in a relationship, so it never like really worked out.
We never overlapped. We were always kind of dating other people.
And then single at different times and all that shit.
Yeah.
So we were never single together. And then I decided to shoot my shot one day. I was on tour of a band in...
But the reason you did was I literally put out an invitation.
Yeah.
Because I was like a desperate
single woman,
22-year-old. Yeah. I was basically having like a text conversation with one of my friends, and it was something ridiculous, like saying like, where do we find like I'm not going to say the word. Where do we find like C-bomby boys? Like boys suck. And then obviously
you dialed it back from my podcast.
I'm not going to drop that.
See you next Tuesday.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Cringy conversation, basically like fishing for men.
So you were fishing?
Well, not like fishing, but like I told her I was going to post the screenshot, and she's like, yeah, like,
Do it.
Like we knew like
Yeah.
what, It was basically just like, I'm pretty sure I can't remember if I said it or she said it, but it was like, cute non-C-bomby boys inquire within or something. And then we were like, let's post it.
And then I inquired within, babies. That's
into my
how it's
inbox.
fucking... See this? See this wedding ring? That's how it's fucking done.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know. I just brought out my alpha male steez then. So that's how we got together. And
Slid into my DMs.
Slid in DMs. Oh, right, yep. And then I was on tour. That's when I slid into your DMs. Was I in Japan or was I in Australia at that point?
You weren't in Melbourne.
Yeah, I did like a back-to-back tour in Japan and Australia. And
I
it was
think you
somewhere
were
around
in
there.
like Brisbane or something. You
So
weren't
it would have
in
been the
Melbourne.
start of that tour. Right, yeah. And then on the last day of tour, you came out and we had a date. And and that's what it was 5 years ago today. But it's weird because we weren't really thinking it was going to be a date. What was your first impression of me when you saw me?
Well, I mean, I knew that you'd been on tour, so I was kind of like, he probably needs like a shower.
Yeah.
Probably like needs a haircut.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm trying to think. I mean, I didn't have any like negative first impressions, but also I didn't go into it expecting anything. Yeah, I don't know. It sounds so cliche, like, oh, don't expect anything and, you know, just take it as it comes or whatever. But I feel like that's what happened.
Yeah. And I'm going to throw myself under the bus yet again.
Go on.
And I fucked up on our first date because when we first met, I walked up, planted one right on her
straight
lips,
in.
straight in for a kiss. And I don't know, I just remember panicking, and like after the kiss I was like, that's it, she's not going to talk to me ever again. She's not interested at all. She's like, who the fuck is this bearded creepy dude coming in for
Sawyer.
a kiss? Yeah, Sawyer. Because I was like, we were going for a hug and I was going to go kiss you on the cheek, and then I don't know why I just kissed you, and I was just
got a bit cocky and just straight in.
Straight away I just felt every ounce of me die inside. I was like, why the fuck did I do that?
I think I think that was probably my first impression, like, oh wow, he's going straight in.
You're like, well, we'll bring that up on the annual report.
Yep. Here we are.
Yeah.
Welcome to your roasting. Let the roasting begin.
It's like Ray Martin, this is your life. This is your roasting. But yeah, we had a cute little first date at a cafe, which we plan on going to, but we can't because it's out of our 5K radius. Yeah, I don't know. I just remember that first date we were just talking about, like, you know, I don't know. I don't want to go into details because they don't give a fuck, but we give a fuck. But, you know, you just talk about the typical art stuff and tatties because we were like young 20-year-olds and just...
Well, side note, I didn't have many.
Oh, yeah.
You had lots.
Yeah, I fucked you up, huh? Yeah. Yeah, she's covered in tats now. Yeah.
Covered. So tatted up.
Yeah. Tatted as, bruh.
Love the ink.
Yeah. Yeah. What's other cliches? Fresh. Oh, I love your fucking ink. I was actually thinking of that for a sketch video. It's like that one motherfucker that has like one tattoo, and you go up to him and just like, oh my god,
hand tattoo.
Oh, fuck.
Or my second favorite. So you got the duo. You got the Joker on one hand.
What do you got? What do you got on the other? What's on the other? Bring it.
You ready?
Yeah. Jesus Christ, you're breaking my set.
Cheshire Cat from Alice in Wonderland, like the Tim Burton one where it's real like neo-trad. Like,
oh God, fuck
tough.
me.
But no other arm tattoos.
Yeah.
No. Hands and neck first.
Yeah.
Then you work your way.
Yeah. That was definitely the funniest thing about living in Brisbane, because obviously it's so fucking hot all the time. The dudes during summer would wear like singlets, and all they'd see is like their hands and neck tattoos. Funniest fucking thing you'll ever see in your life. Like, I'll probably try and find some photos for like a club night where they had that, because
like the big singlets with like the open arm.
Yeah.
Like really big.
Yeah.
Like they're just joined at the bottom and at the shoulder.
Kids these days wouldn't know. Actually, are they still in? Probably. It's like
coming back.
Probably more of like a festival thing, right? Kids wearing that shit.
Wouldn't know. I go to festivals.
Yeah, wouldn't know. We're fucking old. So yeah, like that was. It was so funny because I remember back then thinking I was so mature for my age. I fucking wasn't really. I was a hot mess. And I actually have in my notes here, bedroom dungeon, because my bedroom was fucking
make it
dark.
Sound so much worse.
Well, yeah, saying it out loud is probably way worse than it actually is.
It sounds worse than what it actually was.
Yeah, it was just like a dark bedroom. That's all. And you know,
never open the blinds. Never like how full roast. What kind of roasting do you want right now?
Well, we've already fucking passed
full
the point.
Dark roast?
Yeah, it's burnt at this point.
Never open the window. Never open the blinds. Yep. Never changed your bedding.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think the room had ever been like vacuumed or cleaned.
No, fuck no. Why would I waste my time doing that?
Been using the same towel for God knows how long.
Yeah.
But I mean, I feel like this isn't necessarily like a you thing. I feel like this is just a most boy thing.
Yeah, especially when you're at that age, I guess.
Yeah. You just need like a woman's gentle touch to come in and change the bedding and open the window.
Yeah, because the thing is, you
in.
had that time at home. You had like those years of like, you know, learning how to look after yourself.
Yeah, but also because I'm a woman and it was forced upon me. But we're not going there.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
It's expected of me.
Okay, all right.
And then I just swoop in and look
right.
after you.
We'll dial it back for a second. We won't go into political and social issues at the moment.
Okay.
But that'll be saved for next week's podcast. No, I'm just kidding.
Maybe.
But how did you not walk into my room and think, see ya?
Because I'd seen it before.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't.
It wasn't shocking?
No, I was just like, oh, another gross boy's room.
Great,
Girls
cool.
can relate.
And
Girls
thanks
can
for
relate.
joining
Like,
another podcast episode.
Are you that surprised? What, you think you're the worst?
I don't know. I thought I was pretty fucking bad. That's
pretty
for sure.
bad, but
yeah.
I mean, all boys' rooms are
Yeah.
gross.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't think I've ever seen a nice boys' room.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah, because I remember in our like wedding speech, you were like, you said you
full
saw
roast.
me, you saw me as like a project.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fixer-upper, I believe I said.
was my exact wording.
I can
Bring up the clip.
I can bring the speech out if you want.
No, we're good. We're good. We'll bring that
Wanna
up for
relive
our wedding anniversary one. I like to do a wedding anniversary one because we're not talking about anything wedding related at all on this one. So,
All right. Okay.
but yeah, it's wild. We got engaged after a year.
Yes.
I'm actually surprised I didn't do it sooner.
Really?
Yeah, no shit. Like I it's so fucking another cliche, but when you know, you know. After like 3 months of us dating, I was just like, yeah. I don't know why. I don't know why.
Because you asked my mum as well.
Yeah, I did.
So we started dating in, well, first date was like October, and then
Yeah.
I guess like official, whatever, like Facebook official was like start of November. So like a month in. And then I remember going to Grilled with you and my mum.
Yeah, for your birthday, right?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
my birthday, so late July. And I went to the bathroom and I came back and you two were kind of like
Giggling like schoolgirls.
chatting. And when
Yeah.
I came over, you both kind of stopped. But I just assumed it was birthday things.
Yeah.
I
I picked my time wisely with that one.
I'm impressed my mum kept that a secret though.
Yeah, your mum's a bit of a snitch, hey?
Yeah, I feel
Not,
like
not a snitch, but like a...
She
Now we're
snitch.
roasting your mum.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't mean to say snitch, Julie. I'm sorry. I love you.
You are her favourite
yes.
son-in-law.
Yes, I am her favourite
Her only son-in-law, but her favourite.
Yep. Nevertheless, favourite.
Yeah, I don't know. I was very surprised when you proposed.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I was just shocked.
Yeah.
But
well,
excited.
again, I did pick my time because I just came off another fuck off big tour, and
You've
it was
been away
literally
for like 7
weeks. Yeah. And then like the next morning, I proposed. Because I was gonna wait a week, but then I was like, nah, I fucking can't because you'll probably find the ring.
You were trying to one up me because
Yeah,
you'd
I was gonna
been
try
away,
and one up you.
and I
Yeah.
booked in. I don't know if people remember, but at Melbourne Central they used to have that rooftop. Sorry, I keep moving away.
That's okay.
Rooftop glamping.
Yeah.
What was it called? St.
Yeah.
Jerome's.
I think so. Yeah. St.
Yeah, and
John's.
it was like big bell tents, and they had like all these sponsors. So like you got like a free game of bowling, you got like a voucher for the pub at Melbourne Central, you got like breakfast in the morning.
You got good shit.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
like remember they delivered Messina to us at night as well. They texted
that
us
was
and were
lit.
like, "Hey, you ready for your dessert?" And they like rode a little bike over.
And now we get that through Deliveroo.
Oh,
We
yeah.
don't have to go glamping for that. Fucking A.
But I had that planned, and I told you I had something planned, and we were
Yeah.
gonna go somewhere. And I think you were like, "Nah, I got to get in first."
Yeah, I was like,
because you
that's...
were trying to one up me.
Yeah. It kind of worked out well, though. Like, proposing to you, and then we did the glamping thing. It was like
Yeah, because then that was like a little engagement trip.
Yeah, a little, like, happy we're engaged kind of thing. So, yeah, that's the story of us prior to us getting married. But I want to talk about, because something that I kind of talk a lot about, is internet culture. So,
Yes.
you... yes, indeed. So, when we first started dating, and you brought this up last night, I think it was, or the night before, when you was seeing me on Warp Tour, and I was posting about Casey Neistat,
Oh, before we'd met.
Yeah.
On Instagram, yeah.
Yeah, and you were like, who the fuck is this Casey Neistat guy? And then you like went in and like you started watching
and then watched all of his videos to impress you.
Yeah, it's about yeah. Well, I know. Well, what about vlog 237?
I literally watched them back to front.
All of them?
Yes.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Really?
I told you this.
It
was while you were away.
I thought it was like a general term.
No, I watched every single one.
Damn.
I even watched like when we first started chatting and you were like doing the Warped Tour stuff and you'd done the documentary for Trophy Eyes. What was it for Trophy Eyes? Oh, it was just their like tour.
Yeah, it was just a tour diaries.
Tour diaries. Like
I
had no idea who Trophy Eyes were.
Yeah.
And like
shame. No.
Out me like that.
Yeah.
I didn't know who they were. Well, I mean, at the time they were just like a small Newcastle band. And I mean, I love their old stuff now, but at the time I was like, I'm not sure if I wasn't really that into like I had my emo days, but then I wasn't really into like heavy music. So I remember watching the document, like the tour diaries, and I was like, I need to watch them because this guy's made them. Like, it's so cool. But then I was watching it and I'm just like, I just can't get around this music though.
Damn.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
But I mean, I love it now. Just at the time, I was like, oh, I don't know if I like this.
Yeah. So you got into internet culture then, but what I want to know is around the time, what were you involved in terms of internet culture? Were you watching any other YouTube channels or were you on Vine? Because Vine was on its way out, I think, in 2015, or it was like
I was like still barely making my way into internet culture at that time because, well, but growing up, my parents, we had, you make it sound like we lived in a fucking, like a hut made of sticks.
Did you though?
No.
Okay, great.
No, it was just like I lived in like a regular town. It was just that my parents had a property that was like 15 minutes out of town and the internet capabilities out there weren't great. So we had dial-up until my parents disconnected the internet, which was probably 10 years ago.
Yeah. But you had a phone.
I had a phone, but like I never really...
Oh, I guess data usage back then was fucked as well.
Yeah,
because
especially like being on... Well, I guess this was after I had credit, but like you would get maybe like 2 gigs included in your thing. So that's not many... I mean...
I had an unlimited plan in 2015 and that was 10 gigs of data.
That's a lot.
10 gigs. Yeah, now it's a lot. But now I've got like 60, which is fucking insane.
Yeah.
Like... never go through that much.
But yeah, I never really I don't really remember like watching YouTube or like I definitely wasn't on Vine. Like I wasn't really like I did like MySpace, obviously.
Yeah, because you're not a fucking psychopath, that's why.
It was like MySpace, Facebook, and then when Instagram came on and like Tumblr.
Pour one out for Tumblr as well. Tumblr was like pretty fucking god tier.
But yeah, I wasn't really like on YouTube or anything. I think you probably introduced me to a lot internet culture.
Yeah.
Like,
I've always, I've said it before on this podcast, but if it's your first time listening, hey, what's up? Welcome. But yeah, I've been heavy in internet culture ever since I was in high school, so... You gotta remember like the original memes, like Chocolate Rain. Do you remember those ones?
Like I would see them when they came up on Facebook, but I never.
Oh, you're into Smosh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's
okay.
Instant. Now that is
now you jogged my memory.
That's internet culture. Shout out to Anthony Padilla.
We used to me and my friends would like go on the computers in the library at school, and you'd have to like I can't remember how like I guess it was a VPN, but like there was some way that you would like bypass. The restrictions,
the firewall stuff.
And we would watch Smosh until like the old lady at the library would tell us to leave.
Yeah, tell you to fuck off. Yeah,
because we were just laughing so hard because Smosh.
Yeah. I remember when like YouTube first came out, and I was in high school, and like people were telling me about it. They're like, oh, YouTube is a thing you can watch videos on it. And I couldn't wrap my head around the concept. I'm like, what do you mean you can watch videos on the internet that people upload? I'm like, none of that made sense to me at all.
Do you want to know a funny story?
Oh, fuck yeah.
I remember
this is a comedy podcast.
I remember. Is it?
Whoa. Damn.
I remember the first time on my parents' desktop computer in the study in the designated computer room, opening up the browser, minimizing MSN, and
pour one out for MSN.
searching for YouTube, but I didn't know it was YOU. I'd only ever heard people say YouTube. I'd never seen it. So when I searched for YouTube, I literally did the letter U and then tube, and then like, I don't know, all this random shit came up, and I'm like, where is this website everyone's talking about?
Right. Do you know what's actually really funny about that? YouTube, I think that was the original YouTube URL, was the letter U, because the YOU tube was taken by like a tire sales place, because it's like the tubes in the tire.
I feel like we need like a fact checker for this.
Yeah. I don't like, I'm not gonna fucking do that.
Yeah, no.
It's like what? It's just like the internet Google fucking podcast. But yeah, it was something along those lines, and then they changed it to, they end up buying the domain off the dude or something like that. Anyways, but yeah, that's
the more you know.
The more you know. But now you're into
all over it. Love it.
How has your ride been so far on the internet culture train? We're like deep in it though.
Yeah.
Like we don't fuck with like regular TV or
no,
we're not
really.
We don't really, well, we watch The Block, but we're not into like reality TV like everyone is in like traditional media. We're really in on internet culture.
We're a YouTube we're not a YouTuber family. I was like, we're a YouTube family.
Damn.
No.
Yeah, no.
I retract that.
No, don't nobody get any ideas. We are not starting a fucking family vlog channel. God.
Moving on.
Would be funny as if we did that. Yeah, so I guess wrapping up before we get to our big finale is what are like the big changes that you have felt in the last 5 years, or even probably between when we first started dating to when we got married?
Big changes.
Yeah, like changes.
For us?
Yeah, for us and within yourself even. I don't want to get like fucking deep or anything like that, like philosophical or any of that, but go on. Philosophical? I don't know. I don't know how to word well. I pooped my pants. I don't know how I said that.
Wow.
Yeah, fuck. All right, I'm gonna cut that out. No, I'm not. Anyways, go on.
How do I come back from that?
Yeah. I fucked that one up for you. Yeah. What's like a...
What are my learnings?
Yeah. Because like just in general, a lot has changed. You know, when we met, we were young, like we were in like our early 20s.
And carefree.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Well, I mean, physically, I look very different.
Yeah. Crazy.
I had long, straight hair. Like my hair was always straightened. Did I have a fringe when we met? I don't think I did.
No.
I think I just grown it out.
Yeah.
But yeah, like long, straight hair. It was definitely more like a deep red than orange.
Yeah.
Oh God. Yeah, I think I dressed really differently. I wore a lot more makeup.
Yeah.
I used to do like the winged eyeliner every day. Like,
oofed.
I think it took a couple of months for me to not go to bed. Like I would wash my face. I was actually talking to Jackie about this the other day.
Yeah,
like when you first start dating someone.
I'm not touching you to be cute. I'm telling you to be close to the microphone.
Yeah. When you first start dating someone, for a girl, it's like, well, we found it anyway. It's like nerve-wracking to like wash your face off and like reveal your skin without makeup, like a bare face. So like once I got to the point of like bare face, I was still doing winged eyeliner. Like eyes stayed on. Yeah. Very much so. Whereas now, well, I guess because of COVID really, but I'm lucky if I even put mascara on at the moment. I don't know. You're my best friend.
Oi, you're my best friend. Oi. This is the Best Friends podcast, not the Mates Rates podcast. Oi.
I don't know. Like we've both grown a lot as people, both separately
Wild.
and together.
That's like another thing that's really cool is like we're still two different people, if that makes sense. We're like still two separate people. It's not like, oh, we're married and we're so dependent on each other. We're still very much like independent. It's just that we get to be independent together, which is fucking tight.
Yeah. I don't know.
I sure as hell have stopped giving a fuck. Definitely. Like
about what?
Everything, really. I feel like I've become way more relaxed. Like I don't know. When we met, I was just like I felt like I was really uptight by a lot of things, and I took everything like really seriously. But I guess at the time I was trying to like get my career to take off as well. So every decision I made was very serious.
You were very emotionally invested in everything. Like the smallest things would tear you down.
Yeah. And now I just don't give a fuck. Maybe it just comes with old age.
You don't give a fuck. Yeah. It's just...
I'm more carefree now.
Yeah, but I mean, you've learnt to better handle those kind of situations.
For sure. Yeah. Oh, that's so cute. I love you.
Oi,
and now we're gonna destroy our marriage by taking a questionnaire. Caitlin emailed me this questionnaire, and we're gonna try and power through most of them. We're like 45 minutes in, so So we're gonna try and keep this around an hour if we can.
What is the name of this questionnaire?
15 questions that can predict whether your relationship will last, according to psychology professor. Ooh.
But it doesn't have the professor's name, so I mean, could just be BuzzFeed for all we know.
Yeah, probably is BuzzFeed. First question is: does your partner make you a better person, and do you do the same for them? I'd say so. We just kind of spoke
Short
on
answer,
that.
yes.
Yeah, short answer, yes, without going into anything.
Fuck, if you say no, like...
Oh, yeah, that's...
It's a bit concerning.
Yeah, exactly. Is this relationship advice now? Are we giving people relationship advice?
Do people want our advice? Probably not.
Probably not. Let's be real. You guys are going to get a little bit of feedback because my MacBook is old as hell, so you might hear a jet plane taking off in the background.
It doesn't want us to do this.
Yeah, it doesn't actually. It actually doesn't want us to do this, which is fine.
It's a bad idea.
By me. Okay, so are you and your partner both comfortable with sharing feelings, relying on each other? This is like the most basic questions ever in terms of any relationship. So yeah, we're comfortable with sharing feelings. Like, we're just honest with each other. Do you and your partner accept each other for who you are without trying to change each other? We just spoke about that as well. Fuck, we're powering through this. We're
tick.
Yeah, we're 3 questions in, and we're already acing this. You know.
I feel like we should have actually done a BuzzFeed quiz.
Yeah, we should have.
This one's very deep.
Maybe we should look up a quick BuzzFeed one. Hold up.
BuzzFeed relationship. Quiz.
Oh,
and just
boom.
First one, let's go.
All right, relationship quiz BuzzFeed. Oh, what the fuck? There's so many of these. What the hell? I just wanted one. The Visco Girl quiz?
Oh, but it's like relationship status. 3 months from now. Oh.
Okay, we're just kind of feeling dead air with this.
No, your laptop is feeling dead air.
Yeah, fucking A, that's for sure.
The sound of it taking off.
Shout out to my 2016 MacBook for just filling time at the moment. What percentage single are you? No, we're not taking that one. Answer these 7 questions and we'll tell you the kind of... relationship...
How about you just Google, like...
Hold on, let's just go back to this one. Let's just go back to this
quiz.
one. Yeah, all of these are really serious.
You think that we would, pre-screen this? And
yeah. Jeez, this question's pretty heavy-handed. Is your relationship free of red flags like cheating, jealousy, and controlling behavior? Jesus, thank God we didn't end up going
I think this whole
this
quiz is a red flag. Like, if you answer negatively to any of these questions, that's not a great sign.
Yeah. Would you hook up with these horror movie characters? It is spooky season, so,
It's old mate Jason. We did watch that last night.
Oh, my God. Friday the 13th was such a good meme last night, that's for sure.
It is spooky season.
It is. Okay.
Just go relationship quiz.
How strong is your relationship by BuzzFeed?
Sure.
Let's go. Oh, you actually have to answer the... Oh, this is good because you actually have to answer the questions and they give you a result afterwards.
Yeah, that's what we want. We want results.
Yeah. How long... This is like an infomercial now. How long have you guys been together? 4 to 7 years. How often do you see each other? Well, at the moment, every fucking day.
Fucking live together.
Yeah, we live together. When you're apart, do you chat much on social media? Yeah, I guess so. Chatting on and off. Or not most of the time. Generally, when we're apart, we just kind of leave each other alone because we're giving each other space.
Well,
so
I'm at work, you're at work. I mean, that's most of the time we're apart. We're at work.
We do it when we're sharing memes, which is
like throughout the... I don't think that counts, though. That's just common sense, really, sharing memes.
I'm just going to say on and off most of the time. Jesus.
We're just going to skip that question.
Well, we can't. Well, let's just go 10. Fucking hey, let's go. That was a sex question, and if you're wondering, it's a 10. We're pretty good at it. Which of these describes your friendship groups?
Groups. I like that they assume that we have more than one friendship group.
Yeah, wow. We're two very introverted people, so...
I'm flattered that they think I have lots of friends.
Yeah. We've become friends with each other's friends, but I probably wouldn't hang out with my partner's friends without them. Yeah, I'd probably say that one.
No, most of our friends are shared friends.
Yeah.
A few we like to keep a bit more separate.
Okay.
Because that's pretty accurate.
Yeah. Would you say your partner is also your best friend? Yeah. On a scale of 1 to 10, being 10 being the highest, how likely is you guys are going to stay together forever? Well, we're fucking married, so it'll be a very It's kind of permanent. Official. Yeah. Also, quick shout out to Scooter for DJing our wedding. What a mad dog. Speaking of internet culture.
Well, while we're doing random shout outs, just random shout out to our cat for not screaming.
Holy shit.
During this
what the
whole
hell?
podcast.
Yo, we're 50 minutes in and there was not one scream. Let's go.
We were prepared for him to make an entrance.
Yeah.
A loud entrance.
Oh, that's incredible. Yeah, because he's sleeping on the bed, pretty sure. Just enjoying his best life. All right, when you think about your future, do you factor them into your plans? Yeah, I guess so.
I feel like this is definitely a dating quiz.
Yeah, I don't know. Have you ever seen them pee or poo? Yeah, all the time. I need supervision, actually. So, yeah.
I hate you. Can we go back to the best friend question and just...
Why?
Undo?
Why?
Would you consider...
Most of our friends are share friends, but also... was that what? Was that not... Was that not the... That's not the right answer?
Oh,
people listening to this would have think that I
just went straight over your head. The question where they asked if we would consider each other best friends. Yeah, it's okay. We'll move on.
Do you tell each other everything? Yes, of course we do.
You need to actually read the questions because people don't know what you're doing.
Oh, right. It says, do you tell each other everything? And I said, yes, of course. And... Because the thing is, I don't want to sit here and go through all the fucking answers. So we're going to be here for a long ass time if we do that.
How long is this quiz? We really should have planned this better.
The thing is, it doesn't tell you how many questions. You just answer one
going.
and then a new one pops up. So I think this is
let's just do our own evaluation.
Yeah, let's just do our own evaluation. It's great. We're married. We've been married for a couple of years. Been together for 5 years. I think it's fucking fantastic.
But
it's time to move on, I think.
In the podcast, or
yeah, we're moving on to the next episode now. It's episode 2, or I don't know. I was going with that. I'm tired. Do you want to get some PSLs?
Oh yeah,
pumpkin spice lattes.
I knew where this was going. Yes.
Yeah, I'm hooked on pumpkin spice lattes now. Well, pumpkin spice cold brews. They're so fucking good.
It's spoopy season.
It is spoopy season. What time does Starbucks actually close? That's
5 o'clock, I'm pretty sure. Because I looked this up the other day. Or 6?
Starbucks Chadston. Let's go.
I love that we're including this for everyone.
Yeah, closes at 6 p.m. All right, you know what?
We got time.
We're going to wrap it there, I reckon. Well, where are we at? All right, we're basically at an hour, but I just want to say...
why not? We'll round up to the next hour. Keep going.
Yeah. We'll just go for 3 hours. Well, this is now a Joe Rogan podcast. By the way, that Joe Rogan Miley Cyrus podcast, oofed. Miley's queen.
We stan Miley.
We stan Miley. Anyways, you know what? I think we should wrap it up. What do you think?
Yes.
Yes? You're just
I think
like
that's the
nodding.
most I've spoken in an hour my whole life.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, we don't... Yeah, I don't know. We sit and chat a lot, but yeah. Next time we should do marriage one, like on our wedding anniversary.
We can do that.
And then we'll do the future plans and all that type of shit in that one.
And then we'll just announce our family YouTube channel while we're at it.
We'll launch it then. So March 2021, we'll be launching a family YouTube channel. But yeah, that's it. Thank you so much to my wonderful wife for coming along this very special episode of the Mates Rates podcast. If you have listened this far in, thank you so much. You want to drop a comment on YouTube, or, you know, you can like it, subscribe on YouTube. You can also rate it on iTunes and Spotify. Please do. If you have listened this far, please do those things. If you ever feel so gently inclined to, helps the podcast get to more people's ear holes and they can hear about our wonderful relationship and many more episodes in the future together and with other people. All that good shit. So with that being said, thank you so much for joining in for yet another episode of the Mates Rates podcast, and I will see you all next week. Bye.
Bye.